Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is Vivs from Slide Nerd here. In this video, let me finish what I started. If you guys remember, we were making this app that uses a grid view, shows the different countries and their flags. When you click on a flag, as of now, nothing happens. But what we want is when I click on this flag, there should be a dialog box that should open. It should show the image that was clicked, the name of the country to which that flag belongs, and an OK button. When the user clicks on the OK button, the dialog box closes, just like the normal dialogues you have in Windows, right? So let's actually go and finish this. Inside our main activity, the first thing we need to do is enable the grid view to handle on item click events. For that, I'm gonna go ahead, say implements on item click listener. This will give me an error because right now I have not implemented the method which this listener has. So I'm gonna press Alt Enter in Android Studio, implement methods, click OK, and there you go, on item click. Now every time the user clicks on an item, this method is called, and it has 4 parameters supplied to it. First parameter represents the grid view. Second parameter represents the single item that was clicked inside our grid view. To be very precise, second parameter has a reference to this relative layout, which is the root view for our single item, which contains the image view inside our grid view, right? The third parameter is the position where the item was clicked, 0, 1, 2 and so on. And the fourth parameter matters only when we are using SQLite databases and content providers. So now let's actually write code here to make the dialog box or invoke the dialog box. Now how do we make a dialog box? That is the first question you have, right? There are 3 ways. 1, we use an activity as a dialog. 2, we use fragments, and 3, we also use fragments. Now the other 2 methods, 2 and 3, I'll be talking about them in my upcoming videos when I talk about fragments. In this, let me show you how to make an activity act like a dialog box. So for that, I'm gonna go to here, slidener.vivs folder, make a new activity by saying new activity. So I have named the activity as my dialog, and the layout it needs in the separate activity underscore my dialog file. So click finish, click OK. There is probably some error in Android Studio, but don't worry. So at this point it's completely done. My dialog has been made. Let's go to the layout over here. As you guys notice, it shows a hello world right now. We don't want this. What we want is the image of the flag. 2, the country name, and 3, the OK button. So let's add them. Going to the design tab, image view, drag and drop it, center horizontal right at the top. Now after I have added the image view, the problem is I don't see anything here, and the truth is I need to see something here so that I can structure my layout in a better manner. So going back to the text part here, for now I'm going to give a temporary source by saying source @drawable. So there you go, this is how things will look. Now right below this flag we will have a text that says this flag belongs to India in our case. So going back to design, so I have made sure that this text is aligned to the center horizontal just like the image view, and it is right below the flag. Now we need to add the button. Again, going down, going to design tab here. So finally here's my layout for the dialog box that has the image view, it has the text below it, and it has a button. So for handling the button, I'm gonna have an on click attribute. I'm gonna say on click here. I will call a method called close dialog. If you guys remember how on click works, we have to define a method with this name inside our dialog. So I'm gonna go here. So here every time the user clicks on the button inside the dialog box, the close dialog method is going to be called. So here I will write finish to complete our activity, and well, that's pretty much it. Going back to our main activity here where we had our grid view, I'm gonna need to add the listener. I'm gonna say grid.set on item click listener. So inside on item click we need to launch the dialog box. Now yes, there is one thing remaining to be done. Right now this my dialog is actually an activity. We need to make it a dialog. So how do we do that? Very simple. Go to manifest, go to the find the my dialog here. Inside the activity section, go here, apply a theme. There you go, @Android style theme.dialog. Now this one statement is going to convert your activity to look like a dialog. Remember, it still works like an activity but looks like a dialog. So going here back to our main activity, I'm gonna say my dialog. Okay, now we need to invoke the dialog over here. For that, I will use an intent. If you guys remember, intents are the standard mechanisms for communication between activities, services, and stuff in Android, right? So I'm gonna say intent. This intent will have two parameters. First one will be the context. Second one is the name of the activity that I want to call. In my case, it is my dialog.class, and I simply say start activity and pass that intent object inside. So this start activity method can use the data inside this intent object and call the required class, right? That's all. We need to go ahead and run this. So now our emulator is up and running. I click one of the flags. Notice what happens. The dialog has been launched. It is actually an activity. It has been launched with a theme to look like a dialog. And here inside we have the layout which we defined inside our activity underscore mydialog.xml, which has the flag, the name, and the OK button. Click on OK and the onClick attribute gets triggered. The close dialog method is called. Finish is executed and the dialog box closes. The problem with this, you click on any flag, it is showing India's flag, right? Now in the next video I will show you exactly how to pass that flag from the activity to inside this dialog, and also how to display the country name, and that will complete our app. In the meantime, if you guys like what you saw, please subscribe to my channel, comment, let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.